So this morning we're out here with Alan, and he's transporting Bidzil for a couple, and we're glad he can go to home. He loaded in the trailer, and Tito and our gentlers had him loaded with no problem on a halter. So we're really excited about that they're progressing. So, Alan, how do you feel about Bidzil? You think he's gonna work out?
Looks a whole lot better prospect anyway.
A whole lot better.
Whole lot better.
It's always a good look whenever they can walk them in the trailer with a halter on. They are babies, but it's always best to. That's why we appreciate our gentlers.
Well, this is our first outing with a Mustang, and they're different.
Yeah. Mustangs are definitely different.
They're definitely different.
But here at Horse Plus, we want to make sure that, horses can always, we like to match horses with people. And if, a situation comes where they do bring them back, we'd rather them bring them back here. And that's always best, so. That's why we appreciate our gentlers. Definitely helps us out and the horses. So Arizona had been adopted out, and she went to her home, and they had a trainer, and she was biting, kicking, jumping, just being acting out of bad behavior, and they said it wouldn't be a fit for them, which is totally fine. And they contacted us, and they brought her back. Bidzil got a new home with them, and we're really excited for Bidzil. This is something that isn't really addressed much, but we like when people bring them back, because, well, we don't like that, but we'd rather them bring them back instead of, that's exactly how horses end up in the slaughter pipeline, is they're not a fit for people. They get horses and they're like, well, we'll just sell them or not bring them back to the people we got them from, which is not a good cause at all. So they brought them back here, and we will always take them back because, we want them to have a good future, and we want horses to fit their people. And Arizona just didn't fit her people. She was just being very bad. We're hoping that our gentlers can work with her. I have no doubt that she's gonna work out. She's just really stubborn, and it didn't fit their ideal horse. And so Bidzil was more calm. Bidzil bonded with them yesterday. And so Bidzil went to their place, and they brought Arizona. We're glad that Arizona's back here instead of who knows. It's always better whenever they're back here with their home.
They call it facing up, and that's what you want on a horse. So anytime they stand like that, it's pretty dangerous. That means they're planning on kicking you or running from you. So I'll just gradually toss this rope behind her back. Wiggle it. Yeah. Girl. Girl. See, it's not so bad. So right now, the best way to do it is put her back in the chute and put this on so she won't go over. I don't want her hurting herself. Let her calm down some more. But she's gonna be walking up to all these plastics, and she's gonna realize that none of it's gonna hurt her. I need these flapping somehow. She had gone dangerous out here, start kicking, biting, and running over people. Yeah. So we have to desensitize her again with the tarp. So I'm gonna leave her. If I can find another tarp, I'm gonna put it on this side, because she's so scared that she wants to go over the fence right now. So what I'm gonna do is put these tarps here and just let her settle down for about an hour or so. Just to make this, that way she can go start walking up to it and start smelling it. And she's gonna find out that it's not gonna hurt her or none. So the safest way to do it would be that way. If I kind of put pressure on her, I don't want her going over or hurting herself. So I'm just gonna put up these tarps now and until she settles down, and then I'll go back in and work with her again. So she's kicking right now, a little dangerous, but she'll settle down, I guarantee you. By the end of the day, she'll be settled down. So that's it. That's the assessment right now.
We appreciate our gentlers so much, because these babies are halter broke within a week. And he was able to take Bidzil and load him on the trailer with just a halter. And we really appreciate people that donate, because we can have these gentlers come out here and work with these horses. And the people that donate, so we can pay the gentlers, and so they can train the horses. I mean, you're saving horses' lives, because people want a horse that's broke or trained or, you know, more gentle. And they're more likely to get a home that way. So that's how our gentlers help, and that's how our donors help. So we really appreciate every donor, because you make a difference out here whenever you donate, because we're able to do more for the horses and for the people. And it makes it's exciting whenever we can see horses and go through their gentling process, and we can see these gentlers work their magic, because they're just amazing with these horses. And then we can see people come and fall in love with horses. And that's what we like. We want them to have a home, because a lot of them, they didn't come from a good home, and they ended up at the slaughter pipeline. And so when you donate, you save lives here, and you help the people as well.
Some might think that, oh, a horse is being returned is a negative thing. We would much rather have a horse come back to us. We encourage our adopters at any time in the horse's life, whether it's a week into adoption or 15 years down the road, that the horse can come back to our organization. Sometimes horses, when we place them with a person, you know, there's like an hour adoption appointment. That's not really long enough to really get to know an animal. So our adoption program is almost like a fostering program in a way of you can take them and you can bring them back at any time. And that gives a safety net for our animals and also our adopters as well, to ensure that they can have a good fit. So I never look at a return in a negative way. It's just it wasn't the right fit for that home. And, you know, now do we have another horse, or, you know, maybe somebody has a horse for 15 years and just like, I can't keep it anymore. We're here for those animals, for the life of the animal. We're giving you a little behind the scenes. We're getting ready to do a podcast with Parnell, and you're definitely going to want to watch it, but Jason's getting it set up. So what happens when we do these podcasts, I used to do podcasts, and it was just me, and I basically would do a Zoom and record myself on the Zoom and then upload it. Well, Jason got involved, and now the podcasts are much fancier. Got mics and 3 camera angles, but we had the equipment, so I'm glad Jason's doing this. So yeah, we get to sit here while Jason adjusts things, and we don't get to do much, and then he wants us to talk and talk and talk and talk, and then he wants us to stop and go about our lives again. So we're just waiting till he gets done.
Gotta set up one more camera, and then I'm good to go.
You want to tell any of the members anything behind the scenes?
Oh, you're filming me?
I'm filming you.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, this is always the behind the scenes. Oh boy, this is shining off of Parnell's glasses like it's the second coming or something right there.
Greasy.
Well, no. Well, yeah, you just look up at the ceiling and then they're not reflecting.
Yeah.
Just.
Oh, we have to do something about that.
I don't know. So.
There you
Well,
go.
Jason's going to get it figured out, and we're going to try to get the glare off his glasses. I don't know if this is going to work, but who knows? It's Jason's job, not mine. We just sit here and wait for him to tell us
Pretty good right
things.
there.
The glare is good because I won't show my eyes there like this. I'm not really looking at you. I'm like,
Yeah, well, from this angle, I can't even see your eyes, so. He's got to get the audio all right.
You tap your mic.
I tapped mine.
Just turning the lights off, getting the media copy. Now I have to edit the podcast and Parnell's special song. Like that is, that's gonna be cool. So
they
can't
didn't.
wait to see.
Well, yes, you did record while I was doing the podcast over there, so they've seen a little snippet.
Yeah, I did video a little bit of doing the podcast, and I think these podcasts, although they're not watched 50,000, 100,000 times, I think that they're going to have a lasting legacy, kind of more, because they're not just
for what happened today. They're more talking about issues and, you know, getting to know people on a more personal level. So I think the podcasts are good.
All right. Well, we always meet a lot of interesting people that come through here. So keep watching the podcast, and I'm sure you're going to learn a lot more as we keep doing more. Oh, she's not there. She's not there. Well, Emily's there. Where is everyone? I don't know. They're all gone. Good thing you're holding down the fort.
I know.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, that one came open on me.
Well, the UPS man just dropped off a package, so it's for the vets, so we're gonna take it over there. Lynn, I've got a box. It is for the vets. I'm gonna give it. Thank you, ma'am. Good there, they're riding one of the horses.
Yep, that's Zora.
Zora?
Yep, she has an adoption tomorrow.
Wow, it's so amazing because they get trained and poof, they're finding homes. So I'll just hop on the back here with you.
Okay.
We can go over to the vets.
Are you on safely?
Huh?
You want to make sure you're on safely.
I think I'm on safely.
Okay.
I hope so. Here we go, flying around with Lynn. How do you like this golf cart?
I love it. Its name is Bentley.
Bentley. Okay, Bentley the golf cart.
Yes.
Keeps Lynn rolling.
Yes.
All right.
We got the nasal swab.
I'm bearing gifts. Yay! And there's a ice one in there, so.
Oh, this is probably the Midwest. 213 was when we got the nasal.
All right, well, we got it delivered. So what type of stuff do we order here?
In general, vaccines for both horses and small animal. Which one of those is in here, our 5-way for the horses. We've got gloves, syringes, from Midwest specifically. It's mostly like our syringes, needles, surgery equipment, stuff like that. And then most of our vaccines.
Nice. So if somebody's like gloves, I have a bunch of gloves I could donate. What are things that people can donate that are actually useful?
Medium latex
Medium.
gloves.
Okay.
Powder free is fantastic.
Yes.
I think medium is what most of us wear. And then probably smalls. 3 milliliter, 5 milliliter, and 10 milliliter syringes.
Why? Because Lynn wasn't videoing.
Oh my gosh. Do you need to take the box back and come back?
No. So in the cameras, I hope you've enjoyed that. We were thinking we were being videoed, but we were not.
That's hilarious.
So, anyways, yeah. We're not going to make Nicole repeat everything she said.
Yeah, and I did give Angela the updated wish list for with the links to the products that work really well for us. So
Awesome. Well, that's fun. I will get a picture of you and looking in there. That is so bad. All right, I found you. So you know when I handed the camera to you?
Uh-huh.
And you were filming me bring the box in and everything, and then you handed it to me.
Yeah.
I was listening away to Nicole talking, and all of a sudden I realized it wasn't recording.
Oh no.
So, we didn't get that on film, other than the security cameras, but yeah. Vince had to leave early, and so that put us all filming members' videos for you. So, hopefully you're finding this enjoyable. And this is just Lynn. She's driving around, making sure everything's fine. People say she pops up out of nowhere on this golf cart. Just here I am, which is useful for me today because I get to hitchback ride back down the hill. So I walked up there and now I get to ride back down. What you doing there, Keith?
Trying to thin them out.
Haircuts to the trees.
Yeah.
Last year they had apples about this big. They should be about this big this year.
So unbelievably enough, these things were like 50 cents each, and they were like 2 feet tall little slips of trees when I planted them.
Oh yeah.
And now they're making apples for the horses.
Oh yeah. They just need cleaned up a little.
Yep, yep, for sure. And I'm out here in our goat pen. Our main filmer guy should be back tomorrow to get the regular stuff together, but he had to take off, and that's where we jumped in and started filming, so you probably noticed a difference in the quality. But anyways, thanks so much for your support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and follow the work we do, and thank you so much again for your support. We couldn't be helping all of these animals without amazing people like yourself doing what you can to help us. So thank you so much, and have a wonderful day, evening, whenever you're watching this. I hope you're having a wonderful time.